Listen up. You are not a vending machine for other people's emotions. You are not here to dispense kindness, patience, and energy to every single person who crosses your path. You've been taught that being nice, being friendly, and always being available makes you a good person. But let's be real. Where has that gotten you? Exhausted, drained, feeling like you're constantly running on empty. And let me tell you something. That's not kindness. That's self-betrayal. You have a limited amount of energy every single day. Every conversation you engage in, every favor you say yes to, every time you put someone else's needs above your own, you are giving away pieces of yourself. And what happens when you give too much? You start resenting people. You start questioning why no one shows up for you the way you show up for them. And the harsh truth is, it's not their fault. It's yours. Because you taught them that your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being are up for grabs. It's time to stop. Stop saying yes when you want to say no. Stop over-explaining yourself. Stop apologizing for having boundaries. Stop giving unlimited access to people who don't deserve it. You owe anyone your time just because they ask for it. You don't have to be the person who always answers the phone, always responds immediately, always drops everything to help. Because when you do that, you are teaching people that your energy is endless. And it's not. Think about the most successful, confident people you know. Do they let everyone in? Do they exhaust themselves trying to keep everyone happy? No. They are selective. They know that their energy is their most valuable asset and they protect it like their life depends on it, because it does. So let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are not rude. They are not selfish. They are not mean. Boundaries are a statement of self-respect. When you set a boundary, you are telling the world, I matter too. And the people who truly respect you will honor those boundaries. The ones who don't, let them go. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them call you selfish, because at the end of the day, your peace is more important than someone else's opinion of you. You are not responsible for making everyone happy. You are not responsible for fixing everyone's problems. You are not responsible for carrying the emotional weight of people who refuse to carry their own. You are responsible for one thing, yourself. Protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. Let's get one thing straight. Your energy is not an unlimited resource. You're not a machine. You're not an endless supply of support, kindness, and availability. And yet, for some reason, you keep acting like you are. You say yes when you're already exhausted. You push yourself to show up for people who wouldn't do the same for you. You keep giving, and then you wonder why you feel so drained, so resentful, so over it. And let me tell you exactly why. Because you're treating your energy like it doesn't matter. But it does. It's everything. Your energy determines how you feel, how you think, how you show up for yourself. And if you keep handing it out like it's free samples at a grocery store, you're going to run out. Think about your phone. What do you do when the battery gets low? You don't keep using it until it dies. You don't let people borrow it and drain it down to 1%. No, you plug it in, you recharge it, you protect it. But when it comes to your own energy, you don't do that. Instead, you let people drain you. You give away your time to people who don't appreciate it. You pour your emotional resources into situations that don't serve you. And then, when you're running on empty, you beat yourself up for not having anything left to give. Here's the truth. If you don't start protecting your energy, no one else will. If you don't set limits, people will take as much as they can. Not because they're bad people, but because that's what people do. It's human nature. If you make yourself available 24/7, people will expect you to be available 24/7. If you say yes to everything, people will assume you'll always say yes. And then when you finally crash, when you finally break down, who's there to pick up the pieces? No one, because you taught them that you didn't need help, that you were fine handling it all. So what do? You start treating your energy like it matters, because it does. You stop saying yes when you mean no. You stop over-explaining why you can't do something. You stop letting guilt control you. You stop making excuses for people who take too much and give too little. You start choosing yourself. You start prioritizing rest. You start recognizing that you are your greatest asset. And if you don't take care of yourself, everything else will suffer. Because here's the thing, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give your best to others if you're constantly depleted. You can't chase your dreams, reach your goals, or build the life you want if you're running on fumes. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's necessary. And the moment you start treating it that way, everything in your life will change. Let's get real. Setting boundaries isn't about being mean, rude, or selfish. It's about respect, self-respect. And if you don't respect yourself enough to draw the line, don't expect anyone else to do it for you. Think about the people in your life who constantly drain you, the ones who always expect you to be available, the ones who take more than they give, the ones who make you feel guilty when you finally say no. Now ask yourself, who taught them that it's okay to treat you this way? The answer, you did. And I know that's hard to hear, but it's the truth. Every time you say yes when you don't want to, every time you put their needs ahead of your own, every time you let them cross a line without calling them out, you are teaching people that your time, your energy, and your well-being don't matter. But here's the thing, they do matter. You matter. And until you start acting like it, people will continue to take advantage of your kindness. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about making sure the right people are allowed in, because not everyone deserves full access to you. Not everyone deserves to know every detail of your life. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your journey. And yet so many of us are afraid to set boundaries because we don't want to upset people. We don't want them to think we're selfish. We don't want to deal with the discomfort of saying no. But let me ask you this. What's worse? A few moments of discomfort or a lifetime of resentment? You see, boundaries are the difference between being exhausted and being energized, between feeling used and feeling valued, between living for others and living for yourself. When you don't set boundaries, you spend all your time trying to meet everyone else's expectations and you lose sight of your own. So how do you fix this? You get clear on what you will and won't accept. You start saying no without apologizing. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't respect you. And you let go of the idea that you have to be everything to everyone. Here's the real test. When you set boundaries, some people will not like it. Some will push back. Some will make you feel guilty. Why? Because your boundaries make them uncomfortable. They can't manipulate you the way they used to. They can't take advantage of your kindness anymore. And instead of dealing with their own discomfort, they'll try to put it back on you. But that's not your problem. Your only job is to protect your energy, to respect yourself enough to set limits, to remind yourself every single day that your peace is worth more than someone else's opinion of you. Because the moment you stop letting people walk all over you is the moment you start standing up for yourself. And that's when everything changes. Not everyone deserves access to you. Let that sink in for a second. You've been operating like your energy, your time, and your attention are available to anyone who asks, but they aren't. They shouldn't be, because not everyone in your life has your best interests at heart. Not everyone is rooting for you. And let's be honest, some people are just straight up draining. Think about it. You've got people in your life right now who only call when they need something. People who expect you to drop everything for them but wouldn't do the same for you. People who love to dump their problems on you but never actually take action to fix them. And yet, for some reason, you keep picking up the phone, you keep giving them your time, you keep letting them in, even though every time you do, you feel exhausted afterward. Why? Because deep down, you want to be a good person. You want to help. You want to be there for people. And listen, that's a beautiful quality to have, but not when it comes at the expense of yourself. You need to understand this. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. Just because someone wants your time doesn't mean they deserve it. Just because someone demands your attention doesn't mean you owe it to them. And just because you've known someone forever doesn't mean they get to drain you forever. So it's time to take a hard look at who's in your life. Ask yourself, does this person add value to my life, or do they take more than they give? Do I feel energized after spending time with them, or do I feel depleted? Do they respect my boundaries, or do they push them every chance they get? If someone consistently drains you, disrespects you, or takes advantage of your kindness, then guess what? They don't deserve full access to you. It's that simple. And yes, this might mean cutting people off. It might mean distancing yourself from certain relationships. It might mean saying no to family members, old friends, or colleagues who refuse to respect your time. And I know that's not easy. It's uncomfortable. It might make you feel guilty at first. But let me ask you this, what's the alternative? The alternative is spending the rest of your life exhausted, resentful, and stretched too thin because you're too afraid to put yourself first. The alternative is wasting your energy on people who don't appreciate it while your own goals, dreams, and well-being take a backseat. The alternative is allowing people to dictate how much of yourself you give away instead of taking control of your own life. You have to start protecting your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. The right people, the ones who truly respect and value you, won't be upset when you set boundaries. They won't punish you for prioritizing yourself. They'll understand. And the ones who don't, well, they were never in your corner to begin with. Let's get one thing straight. It is not your job to make other people happy. Read that again. It is not your responsibility to fix, heal, or carry the emotional weight of everyone around you. But for some reason, you keep doing it. You keep putting yourself last. You keep absorbing other people's problems like they're your own. And you wonder why you feel so damn drained all the time. Look, I get it. You care. You're empathetic. You want to help. And society has conditioned you to believe that being a good person means constantly sacrificing your own needs for the sake of others. But let's talk about what really happens when you do that. You lose yourself. You become the emotional dumping ground for other people's problems. You take on stress that isn't even yours. You get so caught up in trying to keep everyone else happy that you don't even know what makes you happy anymore. And that's a recipe for burnout, resentment, and exhaustion. You have to understand that every single person is responsible for their own happiness. Their emotions are their responsibility, not yours. And you can't keep setting yourself on fire to keep other people warm. You know what happens when you do that? You burn out. You run on empty. You have nothing left to give to the things that actually matter, your dreams, your goals, your well-being. And let me tell you something else. People will take as much as you allow them to. If you keep saying yes, they'll keep asking. If you keep fixing their problems, they'll keep bringing them to you. If you keep being the person who always sacrifices, they'll keep expecting it. It's time to stop. It's time to recognize that putting yourself first isn't selfish, it's necessary. Because when you stop carrying other people's burdens, you finally free yourself to focus on your life. Your energy should be going toward your own growth, not constantly managing other people's emotions. So here's what you need to start doing. You need to start saying no without guilt. You need to stop taking responsibility for things that aren't yours. You need to let go of the need to be the fixer, the caretaker, the one who holds everything together. And yes, some people won't like it. Some people will call you selfish. Some will try to guilt trip you into going back to your old ways. But listen, people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. And the ones who don't, they were only in your life for what they could get from you. You are not responsible for making everyone else happy. The only thing you're responsible for is protecting your peace, prioritizing your own happiness, and making sure that your life is one that you actually enjoy living. Your energy is your most valuable resource. It's more valuable than money, more valuable than time, more valuable than anything else you have. Why? Because your energy determines everything. How you show up in your life, how you pursue your goals, how you handle challenges, and most importantly, how you feel every single day. But here's the problem. You're giving it away too easily. You're wasting it on things and people that don't deserve it. You're spending it on drama, on negativity, on relationships that drain you instead of fuel you, and then you wonder why you feel exhausted, unmotivated, and stuck. Let me tell you something. If you don't protect your energy, no one else will. If you don't set the standard for how people treat you, they'll walk all over you. If you don't take control of where your energy goes, you'll end up drained, frustrated, and wondering why nothing in your life is changing. So how do you fix this? You start being intentional about where your energy goes. The first thing you need to do is identify your energy drainers. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The people, the habits, the situations that leave you feeling exhausted. Maybe it's that friend who only calls when they need something. Maybe it's that coworker who constantly complains. Maybe it's the endless scrolling on social media that leaves you feeling empty. Whatever it is, start paying attention to how you feel after interactions. Do you feel lighter or do you feel weighed down? Do you feel inspired or do you feel drained? Your body and mind are always giving you signals. You just have to start listening. Once you know what's draining you, the next step is to create boundaries. And let me be clear, this is not about pushing people away. It's about protecting yourself. It's about making a decision that your energy, your peace, and your well-being come first. That means saying no more often. That means limiting your time with people who exhaust you. That means cutting out distractions that don't serve you. And let's be real, this is going to make some people uncomfortable because the moment you start valuing yourself, the people who benefited from your lack of boundaries, are going to have a problem with it. Let them. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to yourself. Now, the final step, start investing your energy in the right things. Imagine what your life would look like if all that energy you wasted on negativity was directed toward your dreams. Imagine how much more confident, successful, and fulfilled you would feel if you focused your energy on what actually mattered. You want to change your life, change where your energy goes. Be ruthless about it. If something isn't fueling you, it's draining you. And you don't have time for that anymore. It's time to take back control. It's time to protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. At the end of the day, protecting your energy isn't just a nice idea, it's a necessity. Your